Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Y'all hear him, the God's busy, y'all. God's busy today, family. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the children of the sun. Children of Atlantis, the children of Egypt, the children of Lemuria, the children of the gods. Yes. We out here. We out here in nature with the netteroos and the netters. We out here. Elements doing what they do, sun shining bright. We feeling good for no reason at all. Hope everybody in the highest and truest authentic version of your innermost being. The God force within. Soul illuminated at the highest frequency possible of radiation that you can vibrate. Yes. We out here. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, family. It's a beautiful day to be tapping in wherever you at. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the cosmic consciousness of the family. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. Today I found myself feeling good for no reason at all, at a higher version. There's a lot of things going on, and the more I understand it, you know, the easier it is. If it's nothing on your mind, I want to remind us, because there's always something on our mind, but it's a metaphor on what I'm about to say. If it's nothing on your mind, you got to watch what you put on it. And I say that because in my personal spiritual journey, no matter how many people we walk our journey with, this walking alone. I'll just say it like that. So I'm adapting to adjusting to different timelines in this one lifeline that I'm presently in this physical embodiment. With that, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I appreciate all you. I want to ask a question though. If you know who you were prior to coming here, prior to being born or birthed, whatever you want to call it, if you knew who you were, if you knew all who you've been, if you knew all the lives you live right now, from the light within you before coming into birth or being born to this planet, would you still choose to come here and carry out this same play? These are the conversations I have had with myself that I've also had with others. But before we have conversations with other people, whether we pay attention to it or not, we have conversations with ourselves. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom is not being able to move as you wish or do as you please. Freedom is more of a mentality. Freedom is a place of liberation in the mind. Liberation from the program, liberation from the matrix, from the grid. And the reason I'm speaking on that because freedom reveals to us our life purpose. It reveals the purpose of your life. And if you don't know what your life purpose is, then you need to ask yourself why. because nobody else can tell you. I can't tell you. I can say things that guide you to it, or or magnify things in you that guide you to it, but I can't tell you what your life purpose is, and nobody can tell me what mine is. They might see it, the potentialities of it, which brings me, oh, potentialities, okay, I gotta remember that. Which they might see the potential, but they can't carry it out for you. But we can help each other get there. Coming back to the word potentialities, I want to speak on Neo. We all represent Neo in the Matrix, but in what Neo was going through and the part that Trinity played in his life leads me to say, I want to give honor to the divine feminine. I want to give honor to women, and I want to give honor to the divine feminine in us all. The divine feminine is the real father, which is spirit, light, birth, inspiration, poetry, magic, healing. So I want to give honor to the woman, and the divine feminine in us all. Now tapping back into the matrix. If we notice, before Neo tapped in on the matrix, he was offline, quote unquote, offline. But the moment Neo woke up, quote unquote, and started going into the matrix by way of the computer imitating what was going on in his mind, he was going into a space known as online. Offline, you sleep, you're a zombie, you may be a clone, or you just deaf, dumb, and blind to the knowledge of yourself. Online, you're waking up, you're in awareness, you know, you're a light worker, you're doing light work. Offline, online, remember those keywords. I'm saying that to say, your consciousness is in your soul, not your body. This is what Neo was learning. Find your genius. This is what Neo was learning, how to find his genius. I'm saying that to say, being a better person, being a better being, takes work. And may we continue, because I represent we. May we continue to find ourselves as we lose ourselves. The more we go online, the more we meditate, the more we study, the more we research, the more we get into the vibration of love, because love is a high frequency. You know, love is a portal that helps you, you know, skip lessons. You know, because there is no shortcuts, but there is secret portals. So I'm gonna say again, love is the highest vibration that any of us can vibrate in. I want to remind us that other people's opinions should not matter the way yours do about you. Invest your time invest your time in your real family. Invest your time in people that care about you the way you care about you. Invest your time in people that's going in the direction that you're going. Cause we're not taught that growing up. We just really taught to accept who we grew up around. And sometimes who we grew up around and who we get used to growing up with ain't necessarily the people that we need when it's time to go to different and higher and better places in our life. We end up settling. We end up settling for what we was raised up with and got accustomed to. But that ain't always good. But what it has shown me that is whatever we was raised up in was tools for some and the tomb for others. Because it still got people sleeping. Because if you're not using the tools. But I use my tools so I can build greater pyramids. Um, I did not say that, and I use that reference. I use my tools so I can build greater pyramids is because the old structure has fallen. And if you're not woke, then you're living your life like the old structure is still alive. If something new is alive in you, then it's inherently aware that the illusion is just what it is. It's an illusion. We living in an aquarium, and if you got a fish tank, you got fish in the aquarium, and the fish looking at you like you crazy, cause saying y'all the ones in the aquarium. Somebody will think about it. You ain't gotta be wet to know you are. You ain't gotta be wet to know you in water. We breathe it every day. We aquatic beings. We spend 9 months in the womb in water. We in water now. But some people you can't even tell that because they still in third dimensional vibration mentality and lower. But that's neither here nor there. They get here one day, and it'll be somebody here to help usher them through. I'm saying that to say this. Depending on what you embracing, in the travel of your journey, determine what you bringing in, what's rising up in your conscious, what's coming online, what's being activated in you as far as your gifts, your talents, spiritual gifts and talents. Not nothing that this world can give you. I'm talking about things that come from the divine source within us. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience, telepathy. These are things that come from source. And you got to be vibrating from the heart space to bring them online. Doing shadow work, bring these things online. Doing this inner work that y'all hear me speak about, bring it online. And if you don't understand the terms that I use, go look them up. Cause I can't do the work for everybody. You got to do each and every individual. We have to do this work for ourselves, and that's the beauty. Because I'm sure you wouldn't want me to do the work for you, and I definitely wouldn't want y'all to do the work for me. But I'm saying that to say we all going. I spoke of ascension symptoms, and I spoke of ascension sound. But for most of us, we should be experiencing heightened awareness in different faculties and in different spiritual gifts that we have. When I say online, I don't mean the internet. Let me make that clear. That's as a disclaimer. When I say bringing gifts online, I do not mean it going on the internet. No, I'm talking about in line within yourself, online to your consciousness. What the gods is waking up in us that mankind can't give you, and you can't buy out the store. Bringing those things online. We in this together, family. And those who think otherwise, they will remove themselves off the planet and out of our way. With that stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, I will tap back in with y'all at a later frequency, but in the same space. Love and light. The South of God. Peace.